is made up of all these palindromes is it actually started off, I was experimenting with some musical ideas that I would play both in forward and backward directions. Take a record and make it go forward and backwards, it has a certain sound because the audio really changes. This is more just the notes, the pitches and the rhythms, you know, having them being able to be played forwards or backwards. So I kind of started there, and then I made up some staff paper that I just did. I did it on my originally on my iPad, and there's a lot of like really beautiful graphic scores out there, and I wasn't trying to make something really beautiful like a draftsman would make. It was just maybe just like an idea to kind of get this thing going. So I drew the staff, but I didn't want to have it go in a straight line because I was just thinking about music going in different directions. Write it around, and I would write all the way around like this. So actually this part is upside down. It's like if you write like that, it goes upside down and it gets to the end. And then you see the instruction here. I have these the dots with the arrows, which mean that you can go to the end and then go back the other direction. And I really liked the musical idea. So when you take take an idea that moves forward and an idea that moves backwards and play them consecutively, they become a palindrome because they're going to be the same in either direction. If you go to the end, like if it's one forward, one backward, then in reverse it's going to be the same. So so the palindromes kind of came from that. And then over time, I extended that with the improvisations. I kind of made the improvisation sections palindromic also. And so that's always there. And the idea too is that when you're improvising, you can use those kinds of ideas. I mean, these guys are really smart and really fast. So that's the idea. Is that sets up the idea, sets up the structure, sets up the the feel, and also the sound. The way these intervals, the notes, the distances between the notes, the way they sound when you're playing them in reverse, but also the rhythms. So that which makes that sort of like that. But so then I took that, ended up becoming this. I took a few liberties, and then I made them, this melody here that's here is in the saxophone line here, and it goes around. And when it gets to this measure here that says 9/8, that's where it turns around. So it hinges on that. that bar. So it's, you have all these measures 4/4. There's a measure of 9/8. Then that same measure is backwards in 9/8, and then everything else continues that way. So that's the way that the original graphic score palindrome kind of became a complete notated piece of music.